Hello, everybody, and welcome to Row 60, a Georgia football podcast. My name is Clark Gaines. Joining me today, as always, Adam Thornton. And this is show number 22. Adam, it's been a while.
Yes, sir, Clark. It's been a while, but you're a national champion. I'm a national champion, and that cloud just keeps elevating. We ain't going down. We're not going down. I mean, every day that passes, I wake up in the morning, I hear the birds singing, I get just jacked up, and I think, man, thank the good Lord for life.
Yeah.
For life.
Adam.
I think about that night in Indianapolis. I think about my blessings, and I'm like, we're blessed.
We are very blessed.
We're blessed. Yep. Even in the dark days of winter and January and February, you know, it's like you just think back, man, I want some football this weekend. Yes. But then you remember we were at the pinnacle, and we could just go back and thank the good Lord for technology these days, Clark.
Yeah.
It's not hard to get your hands on a replay.
That's true.
So over under, Clark, how many times a week do you watch Keely Ringo's Pick Six?
About 30.
I mean,
30?
Yeah.
If I'm being serious and reasonable about it. Yesterday, Adam, I'm not kidding you. I sat at my computer, went on YouTube, and I went down a rabbit hole. I started watching Keely Ringo's pick, and I watched it again in Spanish and in Russian, which is great. Good entertainment.
Everybody needs to see that.
I watched some reaction videos to it.
Yes.
And then I started watching the fourth quarter lights, the Krypton fanfare, as they call it. I just started tearing up and crying. Just crying.
Yeah.
I was by myself, crying in my office at home, all by myself.
That's right.
It's pathetic.
That's right.
It's like a mental disease.
You know, I've watched it all too, and I had to go to Atlanta for a work trip last week. And we were sitting there, and a lady came up by the TV we were at and was a Mississippi State fan. Yeah. She was from Mississippi watching the Mississippi State Kentucky basketball game. And she was like, I hope Mississippi State wins. And I just randomly said, well, I'm sorry, ma'am, I just got to tell you, my team won the national championship in football. And she just looked at me like I was crazy. But, I mean, just let everybody know.
Yeah. It's time to let people know, Adam. It's time.
I love it. I love it.
We've had, just year after year, we've gone without being able to say we're national champions.
That's
and now
right.
we are. We don't know what to do with ourselves.
Yeah.
This is the first year in which we have done Row 60, obviously. And this episode is really going to be about just kind of where we're at, the current state of Row 60, of the current state of Georgia football, and moving forward, what that's going to look like. We don't want to leave y'all in the dark, and so we're trying to clarify some things.
We do. We need clarity. Clarity is a good thing. Everybody getting on the same page, communication. We don't want any rumors out there, Clark, of like, they're shutting this thing down until next football season.
Done?
No, we're not about that. We wouldn't let our people be hanging, you know, because we are the Working Man, Common Man's podcast.
That's it.
And if there's one little glimpse of just light that we could shed through a tough work week or anything going on, just to listen to some Georgia football talk or life talk or whatever, man, we want to share.
That's it.
We want to be about that, Clark. And we're going to hammer down throughout the long off season where we can't sit here and have a game of the week. We can't sit here and do a concession stand report. We can't sit here and
ramble
about the opponent next week. Yeah. We can reminisce. We can do a lot of reminiscing.
That's very true.
A lot of reminiscing. But we're still going to try to provide the best context we can and let everybody, it's just, I don't know, get through the off season together. Clark.
Yeah.
It'd be a group community effort.
Right.
And deliver the best show we can and still give you a little bit of fix of Georgia football through the long winter months on in the summer. And then, bam, before we know it, preseason.
That's right. And, Adam, you're exactly right. I mean, we have spring ball coming up in March. And by the end of April, we're going to get a spring game, G-Day. Yeah. And by that time, a couple more months around. And then you got recruiting still happening. Then media days.
Right.
It's preseason. And then we're teeing it up against Oregon in Atlanta. So, man, I'm excited about
It'll be here before you know it, Clark. I mean, right now, we got Valentine's Day coming up. So everybody go out, get your significant other some Peach State Pride apparel. I got my Peach State Pride shirt on, long sleeve right here. Get them a rose. If, get your woman a rose, get her some candy and get her some national championship gear too. Get her a national championship sticker that she can put on the Acura or the Honda or the Hyundai or the Pathfinder and let her style on Valentine's Day, baby. I'm telling you, hey, that's what you need to do for Valentine's is get a national championship sticker for your significant other.
I love it, Adam.
And ladies, if you're getting a national championship sticker to put on your significant other's Prius, he don't need to be your significant other. Just life advice from old Adam here.
That's right. Adam, you're a big Chevy guy, aren't you?
Chevrolet trucks, Silverados. Yes, sir. I love it.
They do look sharp.
Yeah, so, anyway, we'll throw out some life advice every now and then, too. We'll sneak in there.
Tidbits.
So, yeah. So, maybe look closer later on, we could talk about what we need to do, what to expect out of Valentine's Day. You never know what we're going to throw into the show.
You really don't.
Yeah. You really don't at this point because, we're not structured. We're just out on the loose right now. Yeah. We're not structured. We're just going out on the loose right now because it's the off season and everybody's just got to get jacked up. You got to dig down deep and find something to get ramped up about.
I love it. Oh, man. So national championship merchandise, Adam. So let me shout out one person right quick, Mr. Joe Sisson. Thank you for this box of confetti.
I'm going to do a 360 panorama.
Yes, please do. This confetti came from the field. We've got some 2022 National Championship College Football Playoff logo confetti. We've got some red and black and some gold. So looks really good. We appreciate that
fell from the sky.
Yes. So go follow him on Instagram. You can also follow UGA Football News. I think he's one of the ones that helps to run that account.
Yes.
They've got a big following. They keep you up to date with all sorts of Georgia football news. They talk about the fans, the band, the players, everybody. So
everybody in the nation.
That's what we need more of.
Love it.
Jermaine Burton. Let's talk about some things that have happened just, the past few weeks between episodes here. Sad, Adam, that Jermaine Burton has decided to leave Georgia, but I can kind of understand it. I don't know how you feel about this. We haven't even talked about this, so this is going to be new for everybody. But, my thing is, Jermaine Burton is an incredible receiver. Does it hurt that we lost him? Yeah. Let's be honest. It will hurt some. But do we have the weapons to replace him? Absolutely. I think we have guys that produce maybe even a little bit more than Jermaine Burton would be able to this upcoming year. Yeah. Adam, what do you think?
I think it's a blow, Clark. And I'll be honest with you. I think he's a very talented guy. I think he is a guy that wants to go be a 1,000-yard receiver, go be me.
Yeah.
I'm honestly, we're going to be real about it. And, and I hope it's something where he doesn't go tear it up at Alabama and they could use that in a recruiting battle. But I don't think that matters. And I'll be honest. Let's just be honest. It really chapped my tail, Clark. It chapped my tail when I saw it. But then I thought, we're national champions.
Yeah.
We're national champions. So, I was fine. I'm like, nothing's going to get me down. Mm-hmm. I'm flying high. Nothing's going to get me down. But that was just really irritating. Anywhere but Alabama. You just beat them in the national championship. You transfer there, whatever, man. Hey, if you don't want to be a part of it, go on.
See ya. Yeah, I'm like you in that way.
I don't care what you.
I just think it's very absurd that we have fans out there though attacking this kid. Just chill out.
Yeah, just chill.
My thing is, yes, do I want him committed to the G? Absolutely. Yeah. I want good players committed to us, but.
I'm not going to wish him ill will, but I will wish that he does. I'm not going to cheer for him.
No.
And I'm not going to hope he has a successful season in Tuscaloosa. Mm-hmm. So, basically, that thing is, man, one thing about him, too, in this scenario, Clark, is what people don't realize. It's a pattern. And when you see a pattern like this, you understand it more. Clark, he played at 3 different high schools. 3 different high schools. Wow. Not family moving because dad got a new job per se, but because of some conflict maybe.
Interesting.
So I played at 3 different high schools. I think he was committed to 3 different schools during the recruitment process. So a guy likes to bounce around, Clark. That's kind of him. It was no secret that maybe he was a JT Daniels guy. I don't think it's any secret that right after, or a coincidence that right after Stetson announced he was coming back, he made his decision to go, say he was leaving, going to Alabama,
Yeah. Well, and in his mind, it's a good business decision. It really is, and that's what it's come down to. Unfortunately, it's not about the school, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. It's these. You think these players, they're all committed to the school. They're not. They're some may be.
Some aren't. A lot of people that were on that field in Indianapolis.
Oh, I agree.
But you're right, Clark. The overall majority of college football.
Yes. And it's a good business decision for him. I mean, if you're thinking money, which I'm sure he is, you go to Alabama, you're probably going to get maybe some better NIL deals. Your draft stock increases some. Maybe that's yet to be seen. But we're going to assume that he's going to be that next Jamison Williams, that go-to target.
That's what he's got pictured. That's what he's got pictured in his mind. He saw the production from John Mechie. Jamison Williams, a guy who transferred in from Ohio State to Alabama last year, who made a name for himself, and both of them are gone. So there is opportunity for guys that some of the younger guys they had playing in Indianapolis step up, and for Jermaine Burton too. So we'll just see, man. Be interested to see what happens. But it's a different game, man. The college with the transfer portal, the NIL deal. I mean, it's the Wild West in college football now. Not something we're accustomed to seeing, but hey, that's just what it is right now. And thank the Lord we saw a national championship in the period of college football that we got to witness it in. And the future, man, we'll just see how it goes.
It does worry me. And Kirby, post game national championship, I don't know if you saw this interview, was with Reese Davis, was talking about how you're having a lot of great coaches, a lot of good men leaving for the NFL. Because why not? You don't have to worry about the transfer portal. You don't have to worry about recruiting. You get to work every other day. You get to spend more time with your family. So why wouldn't you? And sometimes that even means more pay. So, it's getting a little scary, but hopefully the NCAA will step in. Hopefully someone will come in and regulate some of this stuff. I don't know though.
I mean, Clark, you're talking about some of these coaches having to try to coach and be responsible for kids who are making 7 digits at 18 years old, Clark. Crazy, and hadn't even done anything on the field to prove it yet, and then some have. So it's just it's going to be an interesting dynamic. See where the game goes from here. But as of right now, I think some of the stuff that college football used to be, the whole Alabamas back in the day, who could get 5-star on 5-star on 5-star, and had 5 stars their junior year being their first time start. Because it was a program in the process of when that guy leaves, graduates, goes to NFL early, there's a guy that's a 5-star, another 5 who has waited his time for 2 years sitting behind learning, and he's plugged in ready to go. And it's just reloading. And I don't think you're going to see that in college football anywhere these days. I think it is the 5-star mentality of the people in their ear are saying, patience isn't that anymore. They think they need to go now, capitalize, cash in now with it. And that's up for debate either way how you feel about it, but I think the days of seeing teams load up on 5 stars and the depth of each position and getting in a cycle of guys graduating, leaving, and then guys who have waited their turn for 2 years, 5-star guys getting plugged in right after that, like say their junior year, making their first start, their junior year as a 5-star, them days are over, I think. Majority, like overall, I mean, there'll be some exceptions, but overall, you just don't see that anymore.
JT Daniels also could be transferring. I think that's going to be the case. I'm pretty sure he's finishing up, but I don't know if he's officially announced. Is that right, Adam?
Well, he is in the portal.
Oh, he is?
100% in the portal, but I think maybe he's finishing up this semester.
Gotcha.
At Georgia, I believe.
And then Big Darnell, hopefully we don't lose him. If we do lose him, I kind of get it. I kind of understand.
Well, yeah, I mean, I understand where he's coming from with it. I think he's wants to be a guy that is like Brock Bowers, that is centered in an offensive focus, getting a lot of touches. He sees the guys in the NFL like the Gronkowskis, the Travis Kelce's, the Zach Ertz, that kind of, the getting the targets when, honestly, I think his career and where he's going to get paid a lot of money and make a good living is from his blocking in the NFL. And I think when he gets to the NFL, he is going to be a guy that is primarily using a blocking scheme and not, like Brock Bowers will be in the NFL. But I think right now he's a guy who sees himself that wants to be the Brock Bowers type in an offense. And, there was rumors him and Burton transferring. Burton already has. I think from everything I've heard that maybe he's been he's still on the fence, probably leaning towards going somewhere, but hadn't put his name in the portal. And then maybe some coaches have persuaded him. My guess is somebody in his inner circle has persuaded him to wait it out, go through spring ball, and just see what happens.
Right.
So I think, and a lot of guys are saying, well, we got these guys transferring out, that a lot of guys are in the portal. They're leaving. Why aren't we getting anybody in the portal? Well, hey, man, I think one thing that Kirby does, and which is real smart on him, get this recruiting class locked up.
Yeah.
Get through the spring, see where your roster is in the spring, see where other people's rosters are in the spring. And then I think come May, like last year's, where a lot of, those missing holes or voids will be filled. And one thing that we've learned, just trust Kirby. My gosh, man. And also just enjoy the national championship. Stay on this high. Don't get worried. There's no reason, not even a month after winning the national championship, we should get worked up about anything regarding Georgia football.
We've got a long 5, 6 months.
Or get upset about it. Yeah, get upset about it. I mean, trust him, trust his roster management, the process. I mean, you get guys like Donovan Edwards, the Michigan running back. If Harbaugh goes to the NFL, that is rumored as of this recording, Clark, you might see Donovan Edwards as a guy who might be a Georgia lean. So a lot of stuff can play out, and especially throughout the spring, where I think you'll see some big names come into Georgia as well, and names that are leaving, and that is just the nature of the beast right now in this game, especially at a program like Georgia. You're going to want to have guys that are going to leave. But when you're successful like Georgia, and you put guys in the league like Georgia who are making an impact on teams, and you're winning championships like that, then you're going to have a lot of guys knocking down the door want to play for them too. So Georgia's going to be all right.
Yeah.
Well, we won the national championship, Clark.
That's right.
All right. I'm sorry. No. I'm done rambling on that end.
That's good. No, that's good stuff. Not only are players leaving, we have a couple of coaches. I say a couple. Cortez Hankton took a job at LSU. It's the same job, right? He's a wide receivers coach at LSU. And then we also had Brian McClendon announced, took his spot. Yeah. And then Mike Bobo coming on staff as an offensive analyst. So now that makes, if my count is correct, we have 4 former UGA football players on our staff.
Yeah. I mean, there was a lot of Cortez Hankton. I think the guy who was originally from Louisiana. If I'm not wrong on that, I don't know. I think that is right. Yeah. So, kind of a homecoming for him to go to LSU. We appreciate what he did at Georgia. But I honestly, there was some chirping that maybe Kirby didn't think that his recruiting standards were up, and kind of the chemistry from that position group was where it needed to be. There was almost one of these things that we appreciate what he's done, but if LSU offered, there might not have been a counter. Right? I don't know that, Clark. That's just kind of the feel I get from hearing stuff. So you bring in Brian McClendon, a guy who has been at Georgia before. And what's interesting is you heard old stories of some nasty recruiting battles between him and Kirby when Kirby was the defense coordinator at Alabama. Yeah. I mean, you heard that from when Kirby was in the winter of 2015, right when he got to Athens, when he was assembling his staff, right? Everybody was like, was he going to keep Brian McClendon? Yeah. Who was the interim head coach for the Gator Bowl that year after Coach Rick was fired after the Tech game. And a lot of stories popped up of how they probably, there was too much hard feelings on the trail of stories that happened. They don't ever see that happen. And that carried on for a long time. Brian McClendon went on to be Will Muschamp's offensive coordinator at South Carolina, went on to Oregon, was a wide receivers coach there. And it seemed like Mario Cristobal was wanting him to be his offensive coordinator in Miami as well. So getting him to come home, a phenomenal recruiter, a lot of connections around the South, now on the West Coast. Whatever him and Kirby had, if there was anything to it, just shows you to believe. You can't believe everything. They're fine. He's a guy that loves Georgia. A guy, Clark, who's been an interim head coach. He was the interim head coach for Oregon in the Alamo Bowl this past year against Oklahoma.
I didn't know that.
And, of course, he was the interim during the Gator Bowl when Georgia beat Penn State in 2015.
We've come a long way since that game.
Yeah, so, Clark, if you count interim head coach experience, all right, and you count analysts and everybody alike, and there might be more people than this, but at the collegiate level, Kirby Smart's obviously been head coach. Will Muschamp, Matt Luke, Mike Bobo, Todd Monken, Brian McClendon.
Good gracious.
And I could be leaving one out, but I mean, you think about the guys that are the experience, the connections, man. And what's exciting about it is it's just like Saban at Alabama. They're people that you just plug in who have just got that it factor.
Yeah.
And what Kirby is doing with these analyst roles, with bringing McClendon back, a guy who could recruit the Southeast and Florida really well, and it's just and is also a Georgia legacy. You know, it played at Georgia. Another alumni, like you mentioned earlier, it's a huge get. It is about, I think, the biggest get that you can get at this position as a wide receiver coach, man. And I'm excited. And then Bobo coming in, good quarterback guy. Been here a long time as an analyst, another good offensive mind in there, and just like Muschamp was last year. So you just, you know, when you surround yourself with people like that, man, great things happen. And that's what Kirby's doing. His whole tenure here at Georgia. One leaves, a great one leaves, a great one comes in the door.
Yeah. Speaking of Brian McClendon and his recruiting ability, let me just read you some names. Isaiah Crowell, which, you know, didn't turn out to what we thought he'd be.
That was a 5-star.
A 5-star. Keith Marshall, Lorenzo Carter, Sony Michelle, Nick Chubb. The list goes on and on and on. Those are just the 5-stars that he had. I'm pretty sure he recruited Gurley. So, phenomenal recruiter. I think he's a huge get, like you said, Adam. And then Mike Bobo joining staff. You know, that guy caught a lot of flack, including from me. I'm obviously not the most informed offensive mind there is out there, but there were a lot of questionable calls. I can think back to old 2014
South Carolina.
What a weird game that was in general.
What a weird
man, that fourth down call, I don't even remember what it was. It was a bootleg or something. Didn't quite work out. It was a
screen pass instead of giving the ball to Gurley. But what an interesting era of Georgia football, man. You think about that now, where we're at now, and just like, man, golly, look at us now, national champions. But Bobo did a lot of good things at Georgia. And he had a offense with Aaron Murray, who's a talented quarterback, who put up some record numbers. Really, I mean, got 40 points per game.
Right.
He's, I mean, probably, I think highest statistically points per game. I'm just going off the top of my head. I'm not sure about that. Might have been during that era.
Wow.
And, I mean, the defense just wasn't there. But a guy who has been around the SEC, been an offensive coordinator at South Carolina, been an offensive coordinator at Auburn, very well respected in the high school coaching groups. That's one thing you got to look at with these guys, like when you bring in McClendon, when you bring in Bobo. Obviously, the talent's in the Southeast. You don't need to go, I mean, you're going to go get some of those guys that are diamonds in the Northeast or the Midwest, or, those special guys who might want to come to Georgia. But to get national championship talent, it's the fertile grounds of the Southeast. Yeah. And the more connections you have with these high schools, with the Bobos, McClendons, guys who just done it year in, year out, the more luck you're going to have just getting them. And that's what Kirby's long game is. Obviously, you want to have good motivators, good X's and O guys, good coaches, good developers and stuff. But you got to get that talent in there to be able to do that. And that's what these guys are good at doing. Also now has head coaching experience. Left Georgia after the 2014 season to go be the Colorado State head coach. So, some guys who grew up together, trust each other, and love Georgia. Love Georgia. Yeah. And, bleed red and black.
Yes.
And talented. Yes. So, awesome. More exciting times coming, man.
Absolutely. Another big point, we'll just kind of briefly talk about this. Signing day this Wednesday, of course, all the big time announcements, recruits, all that kind of happened back in December. Any names, Adam, you can think of that just stick out that maybe we should look out for? I can't think of any.
Man, not right now, really. I mean, there's some out there, but like we've said before, we'll recap when it's all done. But my thing is, there's podcasts out there for recruiting. Yeah. Go look at them. But Georgia will finish with a strong class, with a stout class, another talented class. And it's sad to me, Clark, what signing day and that first Wednesday in February has turned into compared to what it used to be.
I know, yeah.
Back in the day when I was at Georgia, we would go to the Blind Pig early in the morning, like 5:30 a.m., breakfast buffet. People would come and talk about who we're going to get, because, the early signing day, I understand the point of it, but it's took away the luster, like the lure of what it used to be when it was that February Wednesday signing day. And it was a holiday, Clark. You went and you celebrated. You sat there at the Blind Pig all day, and you were on your phone just waiting to watch a commitment, and it's just not what it used to be. But expect Georgia to finish strong. Like you said, Clark, really the big exciting stuff was in December. But we'll recap it next episode, and we'll do that.
We're about to wrap this thing up. We wanted to keep this episode a little bit short just because there's not a ton to talk about. Obviously, we will rehash some stuff in the following episode, or in the upcoming episodes, I should say. Website
Boom
is launching.
Boom
On Wednesday. Give me a boom.
Boom.
February 9th.
Mark it down on the calendar.
That's
baby.
right. Put it on your calendar. Set a reminder. Tell your husband. Tell your wife. Tell your children.
Kids, tell your grandma, grandpa, neighbor, everybody, Aunt Betsy, everybody. Let them know row60.com is coming to a browser near you, baby. Let's go. All right, yeah, and a special thanks to Clark. He's the one who orchestrated all by himself. So when you see it, there was no work by Adam whatsoever.
That's not true.
That is 100% true. Because I do not know how to do that. It's the talent of Clark, but it's exciting. I've got to preview the website, and a very, very good looking format. I think y'all really will enjoy it. Enjoy being able to browse on it, and we hope that you do. That is something that, during the day that you could go see, and just makes you happy, Clark.
Yeah.
Just makes you happy. Gives you a little bright spot.
Right. There's nothing really special about it. There's not a ton of features. We do have like an about page that gives you a little bit more information about who we are. We have a store in which you can order stuff from us. Now, let me be very clear. We are a very small group of people. We don't have a big fulfillment warehouse out there. Nope. We don't not at that level. So just understand that if you order, it may take a little bit of time, especially right off the bat.
Yeah, but
we apologize.
We're going to get it. We're going to work. We're going to work.
Yeah.
We're going to work and master our craft and get the people what they want.
Yes.
Just bear with us. Just a little bit of patience.
And we're also going to roll out some more stuff as we go on. We want to start off very simple. Bare bones.
Yeah.
We might do some more t-shirt designs. We might do some mugs.
That's right.
Adam, we need to find who made this and put row 60.
It's a classic mug.
Oh, man.
But yeah, great stickers. I love the replica of our college game day sign. That sticker is a good one. I mean, if you look at it, it even has the poll description down to a T of what colors they were that we were holding up that day. And then, of course, the classic row 60 logo. Great to slap on a toolbox, a cooler, anything, man, that you create, that you like to have stickers on.
Right. And also, I want to talk about this just for a second. The pricing of these things, I want to make sure we get the best. We want to make sure we want to get the best quality stuff out there. So it's not
a Walmart sticker.
No, but it's not a Walmart sticker. Don't expect that in the mail or any of our stuff that we sell. We're going to make sure that we get high quality stuff that will last.
Yeah.
Okay. So
because I got a Walmart sticker on my truck, and it's got some wrinkles in it, and it's got some sun, it's faded and it's all wrinkled up, man. And I gotta replace that, man. That's not a good look.
Well, these stickers, Adam, are weatherproof.
You dang right.
You can even put them in the dishwasher.
Yes, you can.
Really?
I'll be dang.
Really?
That
According to Sticker Mule, from where I ordered
that is
things.
a sell pitch and a half right there, Clark. I love it. So you can put it on the vehicle.
Yeah.
Put it on the vehicle, baby. Mm-hmm. Put it on the UTV. Put it on the china cabinet in your grandma's dining room.
Yeah.
Wherever. I mean, you can put it wherever. I love it. That's good. That's good.
Oh, man. So, yeah, we hope y'all enjoy the website. We will put some more features out there, I'm sure, but just give us some time on that. We want to make sure that you guys are able to order some merch, though. So that's kind of the point of it.
Yeah, represent.
Yep, that's right. Mm-hmm. And then last but not least, let's just talk very briefly about the show format.
I think we do, Clark. I think we need to tell the people what we got planned during these months with no Georgia football each week.
So we're going to we are going to release an episode every other week on Wednesday. So it's not going to be a weekly thing in the off season. Once we get back to fall, obviously we will be to our regular format. But for this, we're just going to do every other week on Wednesdays at 10 a.m. Excuse me.
Are you good? You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Right.
And then another thing I want to make y'all aware of, we're going to be bringing on some special guests.
Yes, we are.
We got a couple of guests in mind.
Guys lined up.
Yeah. And hopefully, Adam, maybe we should bring some of our fans. I say fans. Y'all aren't fans. Y'all are family and friends, if we're being honest. Y'all are family.
Yeah.
And maybe we bring some of our Row 60 listeners onto the show.
That's right, Clark. That's right.
Maybe.
And
We'll see.
no. We got a lot of good plans. And really, the thing about this episode was we got to deliver a message to the people, Clark. We're not going to go dormant during this time. We're not going to go dormant. You know, I mean, we might not have Georgia football right now, but we can still celebrate our national championship, and we can still come to y'all and try to provide some entertainment. And like the guys we have lined up, I think you really will like that. And of course, we have spring football, Offseason chatter, everything, and it's just going to be a fun time because we still want to be in touch with you throughout the whole year, and it's something we're very excited about, and we hope you are too.
Absolutely. G-Day coming up.
So we're going to keep the train rolling.
Yeah. We got G-Day coming up. Maybe we'll get together. Some of y'all come see us on section 108.
And we could even possibly have a family tailgate.
Yeah.
Just get the whole community together and have a good time.
I love it. Let's
just have a good time. Just some good fellowship.
Yeah.
We're gonna work on that, Clark. Some details come closer to April, but y'all mark that on the calendar. To come hang out with the Row 60 community during G-Day.
That would be
It is a family game. So you can bring your significant other. You can bring the children to G-Day. And you can bring, and it will be a family tailgate at the Row 60 tailgate that we plan at Sunday.
Absolutely.
We'll have those details. So a lot of exciting stuff to look forward to.
And then obviously this football season. I mean, getting to start off in a really fun game. Georgia-Oregon, Dan Lanning versus Kirby Smart, two guys who used to be on the same coaching staff. So
I mean, Clark, we're only about 8 months away.
Yeah.
Actually, less than 8 months away.
When does the countdown start, Adam?
I mean, we're going to start it next episode.
I love it.
We're going to put it up there.
We may even have a little number.
Yes, every episode we're going to count it down.
I love it. Oh, man. Adam, give us a good little rah-rah speech to end it off here.
Just, all right, we're sitting here. It's January. It's late January. Got some NFL playoff games going on. That's cool and all. Yeah. February coming up. Long, dark month. March, you kind of see a light coming, We don't want to waste our lives away. But you kind of see a light coming. A little spring, the butterflies pop up. The days get longer, and you kind of get a little pep in your step. But I encourage each and every one of y'all right now, enjoy life, man. Enjoy being a national champion. Go out, work your tail off. Enjoy being with family and friends. Enjoy every day the good Lord blesses you with. And you, me and Clark, and the whole Row 60 family are going to be with you. We're going to get through the whole season together, baby. How about them dogs? See y'all next time. Hoo, hoo, hoo.